Hey everyone, welcome back to my speed build here at JamaicaPlain. Today I'm going to be building a guards barrack on top of this roof for my Minutemen soldiers. Let's jump right on in. First thing I did was take, cause I was wondering if I could take wood flooring and perfectly line up floors to this building, and I ended up doing that, which looked really cool. But honestly, this first part of the video was a lot of me moving around floorboards. So I might as well just jump right on into the last horror movie I watched, because I've been kind of interested in talking about it. Is a Shudder exclusive called The Witch in the Windows. Or Window. There's only one window, and it's a really interesting window. Maybe I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyway, the story is, it has a lot of little mysteries in it, which I actually thinking back now that I've had time to redo this recording for a fifth time. First little mystery is what's going on with the parent. Second one is what's going on with the father's plan to flip this house, because that's what he does. He's saying, well, I don't know what he tells the wife, because he says he lied and he's not flipping houses anymore. So I don't know what he told her. I can't remember right now. But anyway, he decides to take his kid to do this. So the first mystery is what's going on with the parents. Their relationship's a little awkward right now. They don't seem to be together. And then there's the kid did something. The kid isn't allowed to have a computer and a cell phone. He did something, or he saw something online that he shouldn't have seen, and it's a big deal for the entire story. And I'm not it's honestly, it doesn't end up, I'll get to it in a minute. Anyway, yeah, so there's a couple of, and then there's the mystery of the main mystery of the witch in the window, who one of the people who live in the town. Basically, it's this is not a spoiler, even though it is a huge part of the movie, but it's just her kid and her husband died. The kid in an accident. I can't remember if the husband died in the accident with the kid, or if he died later from something else. But anyway, they just call this lady a witch. There's no indication that it's one of those movies where it's the old lady is a witch. But yeah, she's not really a witch. She's just a spooky old lady. But she's a spirit, because it's a ghost movie. So something was up. That honestly, they don't. I had my few criticisms with it would be that I don't think they made the witch malicious enough. She, honest to God, she doesn't seem like she's evil. She seems like she's just a sad ghost who I don't know. I don't really, the ending, it was weird. I won't get into it. But yeah. So the witch wasn't as scary as she could have, or didn't, I don't know, she didn't feel scary to me. And honestly, they didn't do a good job. She's literally just, they put light foundation on her face and said she's dead. But it was a very, I like older women, so her actress was quite pretty. So I'm sitting there she's not really that scary. She's kind of attractive. So wasn't scary to me. And then, and another criticism is that while I will say the child actor was really good, really well acted, there's some parts that it's wow. But at the same time, the dialogue is very much, we want this kid to seem older than he is, but we're also adults writing this, so it sounds adult, too grown up for something this child would say. And it's hard to find examples. If you watch the movie, you'll get the same vibe. I think he was a very good actor, and I really liked the chemistry between the child actor and the father. So it wasn't a bad movie. I would definitely say it was okay. Maybe more than okay. I think the chemistry and the feelings you get towards the characters will make you go, oh yeah, this is this is sad. Because I will, little spoiler, it is a sad horror movie. Honestly, I think there should be more warnings about that. There should be more warnings about whether or not a movie is going to be sad. Because I just hate sad movies when I'm not expecting it. But anyway, I would recommend if you get Shudder, either, paying for it or finding like a promo code, which any horror YouTuber probably has them nowadays. I would recommend watching it just like for the characters, not so much for like the story itself. It's very. What else about it? I don't know. There was just like there was a couple of like the end was pretty interesting, and I kind of want to talk about what the boy saw. So I'll hopefully remember to put a timestamp here. It's gonna be a few minutes. Um, it's just mostly me finished decorating. Anyway, basically, what the boy saw was like the father thought, it was like, oh, he saw, naughty stuff, but turns out, no, he saw violent stuff. Honestly, I don't, I don't know how to react to that one, because obviously children shouldn't see real life gore violence, like I when I was in high school, there was a website. I would not be able to remember the name of it, but it was a real gore website. It wasn't even like, like those dark web websites. It was just a regular website you could go to, and like everyone in my high school knew about it. And all like the bragging rights were if you saw this. So I literally have done this as, oh, I will say I did it once. I did go on the website once because, teenagers are gonna do stupid shit. But like I connected with that part, but I didn't understand the parents' reaction that as if he was doing something wrong. Like they acted like he was like a bully or something and he caused like someone to like, hurt themselves. But it's just he saw something bad. Yes, punishment is, makes sense, but the way they react as if he committed the violence, like it's his recording of him doing violence. It's like, no, he stumbled onto a bad website. Like it would be the same reaction if like it would be a weird reaction if he had stumbled onto like, dirty stuff, because it's like kids are gonna end up accidentally seeing that. No matter what most parents do, no matter how good parents think that my kid won't see this kind of material, your kid's probably gonna end up seeing that kind of material, either through their own means or through a friend. And it's not like, I don't know, this is coming from someone who did the stuff, not as, as a kid, not as like a parent. I don't have kids and I will never have kids. My point is just like, it was a weird reaction to violence. Anyway, welcome back, people who had left. It's been kind of a couple minutes. I'm sorry. I'll hopefully remember this. I won't remember this because I don't know where I am. Anyway, so I just finished up with the walling stuff, and now I'm just putting flags and stuff down, just little decorations to show this is the Minutemen. Oh, and also previously I put down this little camera, and if you saw it, you saw it, but it's just for decoration and a little bit of guard points. It doesn't work, because I'm not paying for the feckin' thing, No, thank you. I'm not paying for mods. And it's like, I understand, like, it's not even paying for mods. It's specifically, like, I just don't trust companies, I rather just donate to the mod person themselves, through whatever they have. Anyway, I'm gonna start decorating now. There's only there's like 4 or 5 guards, and then like one armory guy, because I didn't want to because I didn't want a lot of people, because I want to be able to like put as many people into like important roles than guard roles, because I have plenty of like turrets everywhere. So meh. Anyway, so that was the horror movie I watched. Say, I don't know. Honestly, like a 5 out of 10. It was watchable, and it wasn't boring. I will say that. It never bored me. So I guess there's that. And that was, I watched one more horror thing. I love these. So Creative Clutter has tents and like stuff like that, and I've been looking for exactly this for so long, and I can't wait to make like a military camp with all the tents. I'm really excited about that one. But I kind of leave this really like funny looking for now, but you'll see like in the tour how nice I've made it. And it's fixed and it's like looks good, but it's supposed to keep rain out of the hole. But yeah, I honestly, it's a really standard thing. I make like a little armory to the side, and it's just a couple bunk beds and a couple of other beds. So let's talk about the other horror thing I watched on Shudder recently. I remember last time I said I was gonna watch Ring Zero. I haven't finished it because I wasn't in a good, like, I have a hard time concentrating sometimes, so like I was just not getting through that movie. It was going too slow. So I decided, and I need something that I could watch, but like on my phone, like while I'm on my phone. So I decided to watch. It's called True Horror or something, but it's basically one of those shows where it's interviews with people and then reenactments with actors and like CG and stuff. So that was that type of show, and it was pretty good. I will say that there is some issues with how the CG worked, because the problem with the reenactments were, and it's kind of all in all the shows, but this one was like really kind of pushing it, is it makes it sound so outlandish that you just have to go, this never happened. If this happened, it definitely didn't happen like you're trying to show us it happened, you know. But I get it, it's for entertainment. I don't know. I like those shows anyway. I don't care how dumb they are and how fake they are, but like they're just interesting to me, and they're usually something nice and small to watch. There's not a lot of, drama. There's no being sad, because usually it's just, yeah, and we're fine now. One of the episodes did, though. One of the characters, well, not characters, one of the people did pass on, like a family member who was in the reenactment, so that was actually really sad to hear. So that's on Shudder. It was pretty good. I think the second episode, or second or third episode, is two boys camping, and it's like this whole ordeal. That one I liked. I think I liked the best, and it made me want to finish the series. And then at the end of the series, I went, oh, okay. That was just alright. What else did I watch? I've been mostly watching a lot of YouTube. Specifically right now, this channel. So I watched this channel called Plagued Moth, I think. But he basically does deep web videos, talking about like all those videos you hear like hush hush on the internet, stuff like that. And it always fascinated me, and it's channels like that are really like safe ways to find to like learn about this kind of stuff without having to actually be exposed to like seeing the gross shit, unless you're horrible and unless you're bad and you decide to like just go and find it, because a lot of it, not a lot of it, but there is some stuff that you could definitely find. But that's also like not there. Most of those are like stories I've heard a million times before, like what was his name? Something Dwyer, the politician who himself on like on live TV, after being falsely accused for like financial crimes, which he was innocent of, which is what made it like super tragic, and also like, just stuff like that. But it's a horrible more fascination, but it's an easy way to watch it without having to actually see the gore, because usually he won't either straight up won't show it, or there's usually like heavy censored stuff for like, whatever. I also watch I think it's Spooky Rice. He does movies, so this is all fake stuff, but like the movies that are notorious for being fucked up. He's done like the Cannibal Hol. I think he's done Cannibal Holocaust in the Serbian film, or unless it's a different guy. I always remember, I've always heard jokingly mentioned Serbian film, but I've never I never looked at, like, I'm not gonna watch it ever. But being able to see like him talk about it was a lot easier than like, cause no. I like horror movies. I do not like that kind of hardcore shit. Like, I just don't need to see that at all. Anyway, he does a lot of like, he does movies, so it's like, fake stuff, but like really fucked up movies. But those are really good. I've been watching mostly only that lately, cuz I don't know, I'm like really interested in horror stuff, so I thought, why not just like, I actually no, I can't. I think first, I can't remember what happened. So I watched Wendigoon's iceberg video. This is just me dropping names of YouTube channels I watch, so I don't know, if you're watching this, I recommend the channels, but like for the strong of heart, caution. But anyway, he did an iceberg video on, I can't remember what it is right now, but anyway, so he does like an iceberg video, and then it was like, here's plague moth, and I went, oh, and then I was like, oh, he also did an iceberg video, but for it's like not safe for life content, which is basically those dark web videos. I never knew that's what they're called, which is interesting. But yeah, and then I just kind of went down a rabbit hole there, just watching mostly those videos. What else? That's pretty much just been that. That's what I watch. I watch a lot of horror movies, and I watch a lot of just horror stuff. So I guess we should start talking about the thing as we're getting closer to the end here. So this is the armory, because it's just supposed to be able to be like, here's like where you would put your weapons before you go to bed, and where they hang up when you're not using them. There's Minutemen like clothing and Minutemen weaponry, and it's kind of cute. I just think because it's just supposed to be small, and it honestly, no people are supposed to be able to be up here, because like I said previously, many times before, guards just, they stay at their post. So I'm going to be really interested to see how the two guards up here, though, pathfind, but they should stay put. They should hopefully stay put. If they don't, it doesn't really matter, because honestly, my settlers never work anymore. And I don't really remember where the other person is supposed to be, because there's 2 beds in there, because I thought, why not? But there's going to be 4 stations specifically. There's the 2 up here, and then there's 2 right outside the main entrance to the tower, because the best place to, like, those would be protected the most. And then the back of the tower is basically, if you would say in like real life, with real life like space, it would probably have more protection from Minutemen, but like in this build here, it's protected by the militia of the town, because basically it's like you have to protect them. You have to. Like, if you don't, you're screwed. So, the Minutemen don't have to have a huge force here. And it's also supposed to be like a new society. It's just growing. But I really liked building on top of this roof, because 1, I didn't need to care about pathfinding, and 2, I think I would assume that would be the safest place to put some guards. I might put a little eating area just to like make it look more like they do actually hang out here. But that is actually coming to a close soon. I'm going to add some lockers for their stuff. And then so next time I am doing what is it? I am doing the outside of the tower, so the clinic and the debt office. And then we'll start working the tower from the first floor up, before we go on to the poor area, where and then honestly after the poor area, that'll be the last. I break up every floor of the tower because they end up being very long videos, but we're gonna add some lights, and then that is it. So I really hope you enjoyed watching the video and hearing me talk about horror movies, and this is just a quick little picture of the outside. But anyway, that's all. Bye!